The debut of Dexter. Original Sin showed that Dexter actually survived New Blood's ending, which undoes the most traumatic Morgan family tragedy from the finale. Approximately 8 years after the disputed finale of the original Dexter program, Showtime's 2002 limited revival series Dexter. New Blood brought back the titular serial killer after he abandoned his son, faked his death, and pledged not to kill again. Of course, New Blood saw Dexter return to serial killing under a new guise, which made even more complex when his estranged son Harrison, who also possesses a dark passenger, followed him down. In the ending of Dexter, New Blood, Harrison discovers that Dexter murdered an innocent guy outside the code, making him identical to all of the monsters he kills. Harrison then raises a rifle at Dexter and, with permission from his father, pulls the trigger. Dexter is seen dying in the snow as Harrison flees, and the showrunner even confirms Dexter's death. However, the opening sequence of Dexter, Original Sin confirms that he miraculously survived his gunshot wound after being brought to the hospital, which has far-reaching ramifications for the meaning and impact of New Blood's devastating finale. Now that Dexter has survived New Blood's ending, the franchise has removed the Morgan family's greatest tragedy. Harrison has become a killer, much like his father. Not only that, but the only time Harrison became a killer, in the vein of Dexter, he murdered his own father. That emotional resolution served as a devastating bookend to Dexter's life, with his dark passenger being born when he sat in his mother's blood, and his life coming to an end after passing on the same fatal yearning to his kid. Dexter paid the ultimate pay for his sins. He died and turned his kid into a murderer. However, Dexter's survival undermines its significance. It may have been a polarizing way to end the series, but Harrison's transformation into a serial killer with a dark passenger had been set up since Dexter's Season 4 finale, when Dexter saw infant Harrison sitting in a pool of his mother's blood after she was murdered by Trinity Killer. Dexter had always feared Harrison would become like him after Rita's death, and he wasn't entirely mistaken. Just as New Blood revealed that Harrison could better hide his dark passenger and did not wish to become like Dexter, Original Sin's depiction of young Dexter underlines how different the son and father are from one another. Dexter had always been a peculiar child, with an unsettling obsession with blood, gore, and death, despite growing up in a loving family with Harry, Doris, and Deb. While he possessed a dark passenger linked to Rita's terrible death, Harrison's seething desire for murder was not the same uncontrolled impulse. It sprang from Dexter's abandonment. The first episode of Dexter, Original Sin, indicates that Dexter had no other option. He knew the code and would not be pleased unless he could use it. Meanwhile, New Blood emphasized that Harrison could have survived without the need for killing in blood if Dexter had not abandoned him and taught him the code. Dexter would most likely have been Harrison's first and only kill following New Blood. As a result, surviving in Dexter, Original Sin, and preventing Harrison from becoming a killer is likely Dexter's greatest act as a father.